Hey, Greg. Good morning, man. How you doing?
I am excited to talk to you, my friend. You're out with your first country album in 5 years. It's called Country Again. I got to tell you one thing. This thing rocks. Nice mix of songs.
Well, thank you, man. It's a fun thing to do. Fans kept talking. They said, Milsap, would you ever consider recording another country album? I mean, something that's country with a lot of ballads. And I said, I can do that. I huddled with the production folks, and we put it together, and now it's out.
It is just fantastic. Now, I know you've been busy with gospel music, but getting to this song, Country Again, the first single, which I love, If You Don't Want Me To, it's got kind of an 80s vibe to it. Was that your intention?
Well, there's a crazy story about that. That was actually recorded in 1979.
Oh.
So we went back and, found the analog and remixed it, remastered it. It was a B-side of 2 or 3 different records I had on RCA, and they learned that song. They developed this particular dance down in Lafayette called the Freeze. It's a line dance. And they kept saying, when is that going to come out on a CD? So we went and shot the video down in Louisiana and put this out on this album. It's the first single, and it's looking real good.
Yeah, and I love the video. Yeah, you're trying to bring line dancing back, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, I was reading in the recording studio. You kind of miss using analog tape as opposed to today's digital computers. What's really the difference between those two?
Well, I've done them both, and I love the warmth of analog, but I love the convenience of digital. We'll never go back. Mm-hmm. Can fix it and move on. Hey,
you have 40 number one hits. You're probably asked this all the time. Which one sticks out the most for you?
Well, there's certainly those that turned out to be the big ones, the career records.
Yeah.
Almost like a song first million seller, a career record. You can play just a few notes of the front, and they know what it is. You can play just 2 or 3 notes on the front of Smoky Mountain Rain. Everybody knows what that is. Mm-hmm. Songs that have those identifiable sounds on the very front. I mean, those are really blessings from God. You know what I'm talking about, Greg?
Sure, you bet. Yeah, those are great crossover pop hits too at the time.
Yeah, they were. And Joe Galante taught me that you have to become a multi-format artist if you want to sell a lot of records. Today, you can stay inside the country format and sell, multi-platinum. But there was a time when I wanted to be able to get to a much larger audience, and he said, okay, be number one country, number one pop, number one adult contemporary, be a multi-format artist, and you can sell a lot of records. He was right.
Yeah, when you first started out, you were actually a session musician. You worked on a couple of projects with Elvis. We talk about it all the time. You're the one playing the piano on Kentucky Rain. What was Elvis like in the studio?
Oh, just wonderful, excellent. You could tell all those years of experience that he had had. Hey, Milsap, more thunder on the piano. And it was, and having a chance to get to know him and sit around the table and just talk with him, he was like everybody else, man. He was very easy to talk with and a very generous man.
Well, I'm sure you're doing a lot of radio stations, talking to a lot of stations today. Everybody's asking you about the Country Hall of Fame. Now, Reba said it's going to be her mission to make sure you get in. Has she contacted you?
She has not, but I heard about that, and God bless her for that. I certainly do appreciate that. I hope she can make it work.
You deserve to be there, my friend.
Thank you so much.
The album is called Country Again. It's Ronnie Milsap. Continued success, my friend, and thanks for joining us.
Hey, it's my pleasure, Gregory. Thank you so much for having me on.